Hello, my name is Trevor Boddington and this is my friend Stephen Woodhouse. Hey Stephen, and we would like to show you some of our handmade toys and models. Okay, so over here in this cabinet you can see we've got a James Bond collection. The stuff is made from paper mache and bits of junk, pen tops and lids and nuts and bolts, any stuff what we can get a hold of. So for example there we've got a Hercules from the Living Daylights, and that's made from a kitchen roll tube and some felt tip pens. And we have a little Nellie from You Only Live Twice, and that little guy is made from a biro pen lid and fasteners, paper fasteners for the legs and little wheels. And we've got Scaramanga's flying car, that's cardboard and paper mache. What else have we got? We've got up here Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still. He's mostly paper mache and card. We've got a Lost in Space chariot in there, which is made from a Tupperware tub and all bits of wire for the framework glued on. Very simple but basic stuff. And the Goonies, which is a paper mache figure. Moving down the cabinet here, Moon 02, and we have a Robbie the Robot in a Planet Patrol vehicle made of card, Explorer's spaceship. Things to come, that's a paper mache tank, and another tank which is Laurel Hardy from Pack Up Your Troubles, and there's a couple of little figures there in the front too. And something a little bit more up to date, The Fifth Element, paper mache cars, and a cardboard box from some other kind of package, and we've decorated it up to be what we want it to be. We've got a lot of big stuff as well. Supercar, that's pretty big. That's made of paper mache and tubes and a transparent lunchbox for the canopy. I'm moving close there and lift it off. You can see the figures inside. They're all paper mache. It's pretty big. It's about 18 inches long, and we've painted the box up with watercolours and little pictures. Great fun to do that, it was. Okay, the War of the Worlds spaceship, and we've got a mini forest there from Silent Running. Another Things to Come craft, that is the giant flying fortress which comes across the sky in Things to Come, very slowly like that. I think we made it from cardboard tubes and felt tip pens. Moving across our little gallery here, we've got a time machine. This time machine started with a 7-inch single record which we used for the spinning disc on the back and painted it up. Then there's coat hanger wire in the rails covered with paper and painted gold, and the little chair is made from bits of wood, cardboard, there's some shells in there and a lot of stuff. And it's got its own box as well, big box, and we've designed the box. It opens up like a giant flap just like in the film. There's a little Thunderbirds car there as well, from the modern Thunderbirds film. Again, paper mache, and the box was made up using different photographs. Okay, Star Wars. We've got our own Sandcrawler. That's cardboard, and what we've done is we've sort of designed it so that the whole side will open up, and you can see inside all the little rooms. We've used lots of little screws and nuts and bolts and bits of wire and metal to represent the junk in the junkyard. And it's got its own box as well, again painted up with watercolours. And we've got some other Star Wars stuff here. We've got a little Landspeeder there, made of card. When you open the cabinet you get a better view. Okay. And there's like Luke Skywalker's house, made from tissue, covered over some card. That's good fun to do. And some little land speeders. There's a little, just made of wood, and some cocktail sticks, very simple cardboard. Okay, moving up, we've got the robots from Silent Running, and a Flash Gordon spaceship, Condorman, paper mache vehicles, and from Forbidden Planet, the tractor, and an unusual thing here. This is from an advert from the 1988 television advert for the car of the future. So we've made it out of paper mache as well. And moving up, a Flash Gordon set, which basically gives an impression of the city on Mongo. But we tried to design it so that it's like a real old vintage toy, with plastic tubes and globes and simple light effects and little spaceships made with bits of packaging and cardboard. So real good fun that is to do. Joe 90s car, all sorts of little shapes there we used, some in the insides of pens and tubs, and basically cardboard body, and then layered over with paper mache. There's another Condorman set in there. And what we've done there is we've used some real toy Porsche cars and painted them up to be what we want them to be, to look like chasing the film. And we've changed, I've got a whole little car, we've changed that into a representation of Condorman's car. And a Batboat, basically a kid's bath toy boat, and we changed it, painted it, added on the fins, and then we have our own little box with a cartoon on the top representing what happens in the film when they jump into the boat. Okay, we've got lots of other stuff too. We've got a Laurel Hardy Toyland set from their 1937 film called March of the Wooden Soldiers, and we tried to make it again like it's an old vintage toy, something that's been designed in the 1930s with wood. We built it into an old drawer actually, and used various basic type of stuff to make the little Toyland set. Got some more things to come, craft here, paper mache helicopter, and Cabal's airplane. Loads of little paper mache figures. There's Mario there. Loads of little figures, and this will bring us round to a few more of the film stuff. We've got a New York City there, made out of old broken computer parts, computer circuits. That was a lot of fun to do. Okay, there's a You Only Live Twice game. We just changed it. It was Blast Off, so we've just changed it into what we wanted it to be. And it's got a board, and we made our own You Only Live Twice board for it, and you can actually play the game. Okay, in this cabinet we've got things to come again. There's a very large box model of the city, every town. Right down the bottom there you can see all the little people, and it goes up. It's about 3 foot tall altogether. And there's our Batman board game, Race to the Batcave. We made the board and all the little pieces, and you can actually play the game. Fireball XL5 and Lost in Space. That's a Jupiter 2 X-ray version. You can see inside everything. It's made from a cake container. Okay, and finally over here we've got a kind of a time machine set with the Dalek over there in charge of everything. The Dalek was made from a cheese grater and loads of bits and pieces and beads and stuff. And then we've got these characters over here which he supposedly has zapped through time from TV in the past. So you've got Batman, Lieutenant Uhura, Fred Flintstone, and Daphne from Scooby-Doo, not knowing where they suddenly appeared. Okay, so that's the type of stuff that me and Steve like to make. I hope you've enjoyed seeing our collection. Thanks.